Good morning. We're still waiting for some other people to log in. So I ask that you please just be patient and I need y'all to have y'all's devices on mute. So you'll see your device go on mute because I have the ability to mute your device, but keep it on mute until your case is called, okay? We're going to begin here shortly. I know some people are having trouble logging into the audio right now, so we're trying to let them do that. So we will begin very shortly. Thank you. Okay, I believe that everybody is logged on with their audio. Um, so good morning once again. My name is Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Robstown Municipal Court. Today's date is August 2nd, 2023. The time is approximately 10:06 a.m. We are on the record. What that means is that everything here today is being recorded live in the courtroom on the courtroom's recording system. Also, these proceedings are being conducted via Zoom, and they are also being broadcast on the court's YouTube channel. I want to thank you folks for being here today. A lot more people were summoned to show up today, and they haven't yet, but you folks did, and I want to thank y'all for doing so. Doing Zoom is a little different. Ever since COVID happened, it's something that court administration has allowed courts to do. It can be, both a good thing and a bad thing in the sense that sometimes people have trouble with the technology. But know this, normally you would be sitting in my courtroom waiting for your case to be called. And in this manner, you are able to be either at home or at work or wherever you're at, and not having to appear physically here in the courtroom. So I ask that you be patient until your case is called, and we'll get through this fairly quickly, as opposed to we had a courtroom full of people. So this is a court of record. Like I said earlier, everything's being recorded. What that also means is that the judge who sits in this courtroom, which right now it's me, has to be an attorney. So I've been a lawyer for 26 years, and I've been doing this job as judge of the Robstown Municipal Court going on 8 years, okay? So that you can just know a little bit about who I am. Today's proceedings consist of a docket, what we call the arraignment docket. That means that you're here for the very first time to answer to your violation, okay? I'm gonna explain some of the procedures. I'm gonna explain rights that you have. And then at the end of that, I'll ask if anybody has any questions, okay? So these are, all the cases that are heard in this courtroom are Class C misdemeanors. The fines normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you, because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. The state has the burden to prove each and every element of their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, that's a very important right that you have, and it's important that you understand it. Okay. Other things I need to let you know, there are consequences beyond this courtroom on certain charges. For instance, if you are charged with not having insurance, a finding of guilt and a final conviction could result in surcharges from the state of Texas. That's a consequence beyond this courtroom that I have no authority over. Okay. If you have a question whether your particular charge is subject to consequences beyond this courtroom, I strongly suggest you consult a lawyer. In addition, if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of a finding of guilt could affect your status in the United States. If you find yourself in this situation, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. Finally, if I order a fine in court costing your case and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, there are alternative means to payment. There is a application that you fill out. You request it from the court clerks. You can either come in person, or you can email the court, or you can call the court. It is an application that you fill out. We request certain information. We then have a hearing called an indigency hearing. And if we in fact determine that you are in fact indigent under the law, we can do a number of things. We can do an extended payment plan, which means a payment plan beyond 30 days. We can do I can have you do community service to satisfy your obligation, or I can do a combination of those things. Okay. The point being is, just because you don't have the money right now to be able to pay for your fine and court costs, there are other ways to do that. Okay. So long as you let the court know, we will work with you. Okay. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to call your case. When you hear your case being called, please unmute your device. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in. After I swear you in, I'm going to let you know what you're being charged with. You're going to have three choices when I ask you, how do you plead? You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are essentially the same thing, in that I will find you guilty and then we will go to the sentencing portion of the case. The difference is that when you plead no contest, is what you're telling the court is that you're not saying you did it, you're not saying you didn't do it, you're just not contesting the charges. But what you're also telling the court is that there is enough evidence before the court at this time to substantiate a finding of guilt. The other difference is that when you plead no contest, if they attempt to use your plea of no contest in a civil court to prove liability or anything else, it's normally not allowed. It's inadmissible. If you plead guilty, a plea of guilty can be used in a civil court in an attempt to prove liability. Okay, so those are some of the differences. So any questions before I go any further? Okay. What I'd like to do, yes, Ms. Martinez, if you want to unmute your device.
If I were to plead not guilty due to this person,
Oh, you know what, Ms. Martinez, I forgot to explain what happens if you plead not guilty. Let me explain that. And then if I don't answer your question, then you can ask me, okay? I should have said this. So if you plead not guilty, then what happens is that your case will be set for a pretrial. At that pretrial, there will be an attorney who represents the state of Texas. Here in the Rob Municipal Court, that attorney's name is Mr. Epi Isasi. At the pretrial date, which is also conducted in this manner, he will be present, and you will have an opportunity to speak to him if you so choose. Speaking to the state's attorney does a number of things. It's the best opportunity to try to get your case resolved, because the state's attorney is the individual who's bringing the case on behalf of the state of Texas. It's not me, the judge. It's not the police officer who gave you the ticket. It is the state of Texas, and Mr. Isasi represents the state of Texas. So you will have an opportunity to meet with Mr. Isasi. You can discuss your case. If there's any defenses you want to discuss with him, any excuses you want to discuss with him, any evidence you want him to consider, that is the time to do it. He has the ability to do a number of things. He can recommend a plea bargain agreement to the court. He can actually recommend dismissal of the case if he feels that it's warranted, okay? The point being is that it's the state's attorney who has control over whether the case goes forward or not, right? So it's a great opportunity to try to get your case resolved. A lot of times people come to today's proceedings ready to talk to the judge about their case and tell the judge, okay, this is why I feel I shouldn't have received the ticket, or this is why I feel I shouldn't have been charged. And this is not the time to do that. I'm not allowed by law to listen to the facts of your case only in two circumstances. Either when we're actually in trial and I'm listening to evidence on the case, or after you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, and before we go to sentencing, you can tell me whatever you want. Anything you want me to consider prior to sentencing, I can consider that. But know this, you've already pled guilty or no contest, and we will be going to sentencing. I will consider what you have to tell me before sentencing, but that's it, right? After you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, the judge can't go and say, okay, well, you know what, you got a good point. I'm going to dismiss the case. The judge doesn't have the ability to dismiss the case, okay? Well, very limited. There's some things called compliance dismissals. For instance, you get a citation for not having an inspection sticker, then you go right away and get an inspection sticker. The law says if you do it within 20 days, we're allowed to do a compliance dismissal. So there are some enumerated situations where I am allowed to do that. But for the most part, judges do not have the right or the ability to just dismiss a case on their own, okay? Just so you know that. Ms. Martinez, did I answer your question?
Yes, but I have another one.
Yes, ma'am.
In that case, Mr. Isasi would represent me, or would he just?
No, Mr. Isasi represents the state of Texas. He doesn't represent, say for instance, if it's an assault case, he doesn't represent the person that's making the accusation. He doesn't represent the defendant, which each one of you are considered a defendant. He represents the state of Texas, okay? And he would be prosecuting. He would be looking to find, have the court or find a jury find you guilty, okay?
Either one of us. Either one of us, if it was an assault, either one of us.
No, ma'am. Right now, you're the defendant. I don't know if that other person got charged. I don't know if that other person was cited or arrested. In this particular case, there's one cause number. It's for you, Ms. Martinez. And if the trial, if there were a trial, would be to determine whether you are guilty or not guilty. Okay. Well, now, if the other person was, hold on, Ms. Martinez. If the other person was also charged, then that person would have their own trial, dependent. It's not like, I mean, technically both of y'all could be found guilty, right? And both of y'all could be found not guilty. They're independent of one another. Okay.
Okay. The only reason I was asking is because it says contact on family violence. This girl is not related to me in any way, shape, or form.
And that's one of the things that you can discuss with the prosecutor. Okay. All right. The other thing I want to let y'all know, right now, if you look on the screen, each individual is identified. Some of y'all have y'all's name, and Ms. Martinez, the way you have yours is perfect. It says Cynthia Martinez. That's the way it should be, your first and last name. If you go to the right, with your little marker, go to the top right-hand corner of your screen, there's 3 little dots. If you push on that, but if you're on your phone, I'm not sure exactly where it's at, yeah. It allows you to change the name. And if you can't do it, that's fine, I'll do it for you. But you can rename and you can put your legal name. That way I know who I'm speaking to, okay? Ms. Martinez, yours is fine. You've already done yours, okay? If you don't know how to do it, the person where the individual that says iPhone 8, if you give me your name, I will rename you.
Michael Garza, Jr.
Okay, let me go ahead and do that.
I have a question as well.
Okay, Mr. Garza, we'll get back to you in a minute. Let me go ahead and get these names changed, okay?
Okay.
The individual that says Daniela's iPad, can you please give me your full name?
Daniela Bass or Daniela Ray Bass.
Spell your last name, please.
BASS.
Okay, Ms. Bass, thank you very much. Let me see, ma'am, the one with the Samsung, you have the glasses on top of your head. Can you give me your name, please? You're on mute right now, ma'am. You gotta unmute yourself.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, what's your name, ma'am?
it's Daisy Kent, and Daisy spelled with a Z.
D-A-I-Z-Y
Correct.
and Kent, K-E-N-T.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And Robert, can you just give me your last name, please? Robert?
Johnson.
Okay, Mr. Johnson. Also, if you can have your screen on, please. And actually, you can turn your screen on once I call your name if you need to have it off. But when we actually do the arraignment, I need your screen on, okay?
Okay, how do I do that though? I don't know anything.
Somewhere on your device, are you on the computer or on your phone?
iPhone.
It's going to be a little symbol that looks like a video camera, and it says video, and there'll be like a little red Ghostbuster sign through it. If you push on that, it should.
Okay. Brother. That government.
I'm gonna let you mess with that, and if by the time I call you, we'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, Mr. Garza, you had a question before we got started.
Yes, like in my situation, the women that's filing the charges on me, I don't even know who she is. I know my wife's filing charges on her because there's a situation between me and with her. I mean, with her and my wife.
Okay, that's that's an issue you would talk to the prosecutor about. Okay.
Okay.
Today's like in this situation, you don't know who they're talking about. You know, that's probably something you want to consider pleading not guilty to, right? And then you'll be set for a date where you can talk to the prosecutor, and he might be able to get to the bottom of it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get started here in about 3 minutes, so just hold tight. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call the first case. Court calls cause number 2302-001977, State of Texas versus Melissa Ann Aguilar. Crystal, did Miss Aguilar call in today?
Judge, she was having issues logging in, so she might be on a little bit later.
Okay, I'll put her case to the side.
Okay.
Court calls cause number 2302-001969 and 2302-001970, State of Texas versus Daniela Ray Bass. Ms. Bass, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Daniela Ray Bass?
Yes.
Ms. Bass, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay. Ms. Bass, you are here today on two violations. The first being failing to maintain financial responsibility, and the second being possession of drug paraphernalia. Both should be to have occurred on July 17, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
I'm guilty.
Okay, hold on. We're not there yet, okay?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Are you aware of the charges?
Oh, yes, I am.
You understand them?
Yes.
Okay, as to the charge, we're gonna go by one by one. As to the charge of failing to maintain financial responsibility on or about July 17th, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
And as to the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia alleged to have occurred on July 17, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
I also plead guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty on both charges. What's the situation with the insurance, Ms. Bass? Go ahead.
I just got the car a couple months ago, and I was gonna do the insurance myself, but I had to get just like work a little bit more and to get a little bit more money. But that didn't happen. I actually got pulled over because of my insurance, not because if I was driving. So I guess it was just like a bad day.
Okay.
But I do plan on getting it soon. But it's gonna be under my mom's name.
They also gave you a warning for no driver's license. Do you have a driver's license?
No, I don't. I'm doing the 6-hour on acetylcysteine for the adult driving currently.
All right, so know this, you can't be driving that vehicle if you don't have a driver's license, okay? Because they know you don't have a driver's license now, and if they see you, they will stop you, okay?
Yes, the cops warned me about that.
And the drug paraphernalia, you know, they just charge you with possession of drug paraphernalia, but they found you could have been charged with other crimes too. You understand that?
Yes, I do understand that.
Now, one thing that I try to educate people on is THC pens. Okay, a lot of people think that THC is just marijuana. If you're charged with having a THC pen, and they find in fact that there's THC in that pen, that is a felony. Okay, you're not in a class C misdemeanor. You're not in a regular misdemeanor court. You are in felony court, and subject to becoming a convicted felon. Okay, so no matter what anybody tells you, that's not good to have on your possession. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So on the failure to maintain financial responsibility, I'm placing you on 90 days deferred disposition. I will explain what that is in a minute. It's going to be a fine of $265 and court costs of $81 for a total of $346. On the possession of drug paraphernalia, I'm also placing you on 90 days deferred disposition. That is a fine of $230, cost of $76 for a total of $306. Deferred disposition, and this is for everybody's information. If I place you on deferred disposition, what that means, it's a type of probation where you don't have to report to a probation officer. But if you do what I ask you to do and you pay what I ask you to pay, and not get any other citations or get in trouble in the period of time that I give you, the case will get dismissed. Okay. This is important because a lot of times, if you get a conviction, it's going to affect your insurance rates. It may affect your points on your driver's license if you if you have other violations. So it's important that you keep up with your deferred status. I'm allowed to place somebody on deferred disposition for up to 180 days. I never do 180 days because then I have nothing I can do if you fail to do what I ask you to do in the time period I give you. I will do usually 30, 60, or 90 days because if for whatever reason at the end of your time period, you need additional time, I have wiggle room. I have more time that I can extend you. If I give you 180 days and you don't meet your obligation, that's it, we're done, and I issue a conviction, okay? Ms. Bass, I'm also gonna require you under the possession of drug paraphernalia to do a drug education course online. And when you come to the municipal court or when you call in, they will give you that information. That's the other thing I need to let everybody know. After today's date, you're gonna have to come by the municipal court to sign off on your plea paperwork. Or call the court if you're not in town, call the court and make arrangements to get your plea paperwork to sign off and send it back. If you don't do that, it's as if you didn't even appear today, okay? Signing off on that paperwork is what makes you compliant with your appearance today. So it's very important because we've had this happen where people show up to their Zoom and we do all this and they don't show up to sign off on their paperwork. And it's as if you didn't even show up, okay? Then a warrant notice will go out and then a warrant will go out for your arrest, and we don't want that to happen, okay? All right, Ms. Bass, you're gonna have, with regards to the fines and court costs, when can you pay this off?
What is the total
Crystal, what's the total, Crystal?
for both of them combined?
I believe it's gonna be $652.
Is there a way I could like make payments off of it or do community service?
Well,
because I don't have that money right now.
okay, so what I'm gonna do, Ms. Bass, I'm gonna give you the full 90-day period to pay it off. But
Okay.
you can also request, like I said earlier, there's an application you can fill out. If you want to be able to do community service in lieu of paying the fine and court cost, you fill out that paperwork and we have a hearing on it. And if you qualify, we can do that, okay? Any other questions, Ms. Bass?
No, thank you. And oh, wait, I get the application at the court?
Yeah,
I mean,
at the municipal court. We're in downtown Robstown at the city hall. I see that you live in Robstown, so come by here at some point today, okay? And get that, sign off on your paperwork and then she can give you the application, okay?
okay.
Any other questions?
No, that'll be it.
Okay, Ms. Bass, then you are free to log off, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You. Court calls number 2302-001974, State of Texas versus Cipriano Flores III. Let the record reflect that Mr. Flores did not appear on today's Zoom. Court calls number 2302-001972, State of Texas versus Michael Garza Jr. Mr. Garza, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. You are Michael Garza Jr.?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garza, you are charged with the offense of assault by threat, alleged to have occurred on or about June 22nd, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where the complaining witness is Amanda Hill, where she alleges that this is what it states on here, that if your wife wasn't pregnant, that she would assault you, okay? Are you aware of these charges?
Yes.
And do you understand them?
Yes.
As to the charge of assault by threat alleged to have occurred on or about June 22nd, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how did you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. Mr. Garza, if you have to have a trial on this matter, do you want to have a trial before the court, which would be me, or do you want to have a trial in front of a jury?
I'm guessing I'm in front of you because, like I said, the real situation is between this lady and my wife, which my wife is filing charges on her.
Okay, that's fine, but I just need to know, so you're waiving your right to a trial by jury, you're gonna have a trial in front of the court, which is me, if it gets that far, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Garza, I need you to come by the Robstown Municipal Court sometime today. Are you still, let me just make sure here. Are you still on Washington Street?
Yes, sir.
Let me get a good phone number for you, please.
It's at 361-434-7871.
Okay, Mr. Garza, then we'll see you later on today when you come by here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Court calls number 230200198, State of Texas versus Randy Gonzalez. Randy Gonzalez. Court calls number 230200198, State of Texas versus Marisela Gonzalez. Marisela Gonzalez. Court calls number 230200197, State of Texas versus Alberto Guerrero Jr. Alberto Guerrero Jr. Court calls number 23020020005, State of Texas versus Cassie Hernandez. Cassie Hernandez. Court calls number 23020020002, State of Texas versus Robert Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Mr. Johnson. Can you please raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
swear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I will.
You are Robert Johnson?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down, Mr. Johnson.
Okay.
You are charged with the offense of having an open container alleged to have occurred on or about July 19th, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of that charge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you understand it?
Yes, sir.
As to the charge of having an open container on or about July 19th, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty. Mr. Johnson, I'm gonna place you on 90 days deferred disposition. It's gonna be a fine of $209.90, cost of $76 for a total of $285.90. Mr. Johnson, by when can you get this paid off?
I can do it today.
Okay, Mr. Johnson. In that case, since you're paying that off today, I'll go ahead and just do 30 days deferred disposition.
And I'm sorry. Can you tell me what that means?
Yes, Mr. Johnson, all that means is that you're paying off your fine and court costs today. Don't get any other citations in 30 days and the case gets dismissed.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, we just need you to come by the court today and take care of that.
Do you know if they take like credit card or do I have to have cash?
No, they take credit cards. They do not take
Okay.
cash. They take credit cards and debit.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. My name's Cassandra Hernandez, but I'm for the case for Cassie Hernandez. The 2005 are the last four of the case
Yeah.
number.
Yeah, let me go ahead and go back to that one, okay? Okay, court calls number 23020020005, State of Texas versus.
Yes, that's not my name. My name is Cassandra.
That's fine, and that's something you can talk to the prosecutor about.
Okay.
I have to read it as charged, okay?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Can you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you are Cassie Hernandez, also known as Cassandra Hernandez, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Hernandez. You are charged with the offense of assault by threat alleged to have occurred on or about May 10th, 2023 in Rob San Luis County, Texas, where the complaining witness, Alicia Trevino, states that you threatened to assault her by saying, "I'm going to beat your ass." Okay. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes.
And do you understand them?
Yes.
As to the charge of assault by threat alleged to have occurred on May 10th, 2023 in Rob San Luis County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. Ms. Hernandez, if there has to be a trial on this matter, you want a trial before the court, which is me, or do you want a trial in front of a jury?
Court is fine.
Okay, Ms. Hernandez, are you still, what's your address, Ms. Hernandez?
It is 408 West Avenue C, Robstown, Texas, 78380.
And a good phone number for you, Ms. Hernandez?
361-945-9464.
Okay, Ms. Hernandez, if I can have you come by the Roxanne Municipal Court today. We close at 5 o'clock. It has to be before then to sign off on your paperwork, okay?
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. You're excused.
Thank you.
Court calls cause number 2302-001979, State of Texas versus Daisy Kent. Ms. Kent, if you can unmute your device.
Okay.
Okay. Your right, you can raise your right hand. You promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down, Ms. Kent. Ms. Kent, you are charged with the offense of assault by contact family violence alleged to have occurred on or about June 12, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused of assaulting a person by the name of Macedonia Kent by pushing her against the door. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, sir.
And you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, before I go any further, Ms. Kent, I'm required by law to read you the following admonishment related to assault family violence. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 USC section 922 G9 or section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Okay, Ms. Kent. As to the charge of assault by contact family violence alleged to have occurred on or about June 12, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
The fifth.
Okay, well, that's if you're being asked to testify, Ms. Kent. I'm not asking you to testify.
Okay.
I'm asking you if you got three choices. You plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
No contest.
Okay, let me make sure you understand. When you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is you're not saying you did it, you're not saying you didn't do it. You're just not admitting guilt. But what you're also telling the court is that there's enough evidence before me at this time to make a finding of guilt, okay? So if you plead no contest, I will find you guilty and then go to the sentencing portion of the case. So is that do you want to plead no contest or do you want to plead not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay, the court will accept your plea of not guilty. Now, Ms. Kent, if you need to have a trial on the matter, Do you want it to be before the court or before a jury?
In front of you, court.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Kent, let me just make sure I have a good address on you. Are you at 704 Northview Court in Robstown?
Correct.
And can I have a good phone number for you, Ms. Kent?
Area code 361-426-2404.
Okay, Ms. Kent, I just need you to come by the Robstown Municipal Court sometime today before 5 o'clock to sign off on your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, that should be it.
Okay, Ms. Kent, thank you very much. And
Thank
you are,
you.
yes, ma'am. Court calls cause number 2302-001978, State of Texas versus Cynthia Ann Martinez. Can you unmute yourself, Ms. Martinez? You need to unmute your device.
Okay,
Okay, Ms. Martinez, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Ms. Martinez, you are charged with the offense of assault by contact family violence alleged to have occurred on or about the 20th day of June 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where the complaining witness, Adriana Soto, accuses you of punching, slapping, and grabbing her. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes.
And do you understand them?
Yes.
Okay, I'm required by law to read you the following admonishment. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. Section 922 G9 or Section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Okay, Ms. Martinez, as to the charge of assault, family violence alleged to have occurred on or about June 28, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
I plead not guilty due to the fact that she is not my family.
Okay, the court will accept your plea of not guilty. Now, if you have to have a trial, Ms. Martinez, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of the jury?
In front of the judge. Because I'm filing charges against them as well.
Okay, Ms. Martinez, let me verify your address.
304 West Avenue I, Apartment B, here in Robstown, 78380.
Okay,
And the phone
your
number
phone-
361-424-7430.
Okay, Ms. Martinez, we just need you to come by the Robstown Municipal Court today to sign off on your paperwork of not guilty. You have any questions before I let you go?
What kind of attorney should would it be a criminal attorney? Because
Yes,
of
ma'am. I mean, you can get any lawyer, but normally you would probably want to find a criminal lawyer.
okay, because my complaints to them, one of them that didn't show up, Randy Gonzalez, he's one of the ones that actually I had pressed charges on, but it was more that it was like 6 people that beat me up with my sister's permission to be in the home.
Okay.
So
Well,
anyway, but I will get an attorney and I will so I bring my attorney with me.
yeah, if you hire a lawyer, the lawyer will know to send us an appearance, a notice of appearance, and then we'll be sending him notifications. Okay.
It'll be like 5 or 6 people. And so if I'm filing charges, my 17-year-old just turned 18 and he was being pushed
So
out of the
that's
person's
something
yard. I
that's
said,
something you
if
need to talk to the
my
police
at-
about.
I did to see if it was wrong that they did that to a 17-year-old. My son is twice as big, 3 times as big as her, and he was like, he's depressed. He won't eat. He's having to take his depressive medication again. He will be my co-defendant, I guess, or my co-plaintiff, due to the fact that they put him back in that state when he was doing so good without his depressive medication. But he is now 18. He just turned 18.
Okay, Ms. Martinez, well, you'll need to talk to the police department. I can't hear any more about the case.
Okay.
And just make sure you come by the court to sign off on your paperwork, okay?
How soon can I go?
You can come right now.
Okay, because I've
All
got
right.
some other errands to run. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Good.
You have a great day.
You have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Crystal, let me let this person in.
Miss Aguilar?
I don't know, it's somebody. It says 1
Yeah.
o'clock.
I believe it's Miss Aguilar.
Okay, can I have your name, please?
Melissa Aguilar.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Melissa Aguilar. Sorry. There's no stand.
That's okay. Ms. Aguilar, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you are Melissa Ann Aguilar? Okay, Ms. Aguilar, you are charged in cause number 23020011977 with the offense of assault by threat, family violence, alleged to have occurred on or about June 18, 2023 in Robson, Nueces County, Texas, where the complaining witness is Graciela Aguilar, who complains that you pushed her in the chest. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, but the
Okay.
investigator, go ahead.
Hold on. You just got to listen to my questions first, okay? And do you understand what you're being charged with?
Yes.
Okay. Before we go any further, I'm going to let you know a whole bunch of things. And then afterwards, I'm going to ask you if you have any questions, and then you can ask me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so every case that's heard in this court, Ms. Aguilar, is a Class C misdemeanor. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. You understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. Other things I need to let you know, Ms. Aguilar, there are consequences beyond this courtroom. For instance, if you are charged with not having insurance on your vehicle, you could be subject to surcharges from the state of Texas. If you have a particular question whether your charge is subject to consequences beyond this courtroom, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. If you are unable to meet your financial obligation, if I order a fine and court cost on your case, there are alternative means of payment. You can request, there's an application that if you ask us for it, we'll give it to you, you fill it out, and if you qualify, I could put you on an extended payment plan, I could put you on community service or a combination of those things. Finally, if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest and a finding of guilt could affect your status in the United States. If you find yourself in this situation, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. So what's going to happen now, Ms. Aguilar? I'll read your charge to you again, and then I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You're going to have 3 choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are basically the same thing. and that I will find you guilty and then go to the sentencing portion of your case. Difference is that when you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not saying you did it, you're not saying you didn't do it, you're just not contesting the charges. But what you're also telling the court is that there's enough evidence before the court to substantiate a finding of guilt. The other difference is that if they attempt to use your plea of no contest in a civil court, more than likely they will not allow it. It's not admissible. A plea of guilty more than likely would be admissible. Okay. If you plead not guilty, then your case will be set for a pretrial and ultimately a trial date. At the pretrial, the prosecutor who represents the state of Texas will be present. You can talk to the prosecutor about anything you want to regarding your case, including any defenses you may have, any excuses, any witnesses you want him to speak to, any statements you may have. The point being, the prosecutor is the one who brings the case on behalf of the state of Texas. The prosecutor is the one that has the ability to negotiate a plea bargain agreement and present it to a court for approval. Or if he feels it's warranted, he can actually recommend dismissal of the case and bring it to the court for approval. Okay. A lot of times people come to court today and they want to talk to me, the judge, about their case and tell me why they shouldn't have been charged, or why the other person is the one who should have been charged, or why it was self-defense. And unfortunately, I cannot hear any of the facts regarding your case until either we're at trial and I'm listening to evidence, or after you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, I can listen to you and consider whatever you want me to consider prior to sentencing. Okay? Ms. Aguilar, do you have any questions?
No, but you said I could talk to you about this later?
Well, there's only two instances where I can listen to what you have to say. The first instance is if you plead guilty or no contest, and I will find you guilty. Then before I issue the sentence, you can tell me whatever you want and I will consider it for sentencing purposes, but you'll still be found guilty, okay? Or at the trial of the matter, I can listen to evidence and then I make my decision regarding guilt or innocence, or if it's a jury hearing your case, they will make a decision regarding guilt or innocence, okay? Now the prosecutor can speak to you regarding anything you want to talk to him about. And like I said, the prosecutor has the ability to recommend dismissal of a case if he agrees with you, right? So those are the instances where I can talk to you and where the prosecutor can talk to you. So that being said, I'm gonna read the charge to you and then you're gonna have those three choices, okay? Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay, Ms. Aguilar. As to the charge of assault by threat, family, oh, hold on, there's an admonishment that I have to read to you before I ask you for your plea. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun, or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. section 922 G9 or section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Okay, Ms. Aguilar, as to the charge of assault by contact, assault by threat, family violence alleged to have occurred on or about the 18th day of June 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. If you have to have a trial on the matter, Ms. Aguilar, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of the jury?
I'm in front of the judge.
Okay, Ms. Aguilar, let me just verify your address. Are you still at 811 East Avenue G?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not where. Give me your address, please.
I don't have an address.
Where do you receive your mail?
At a P.O. box.
Give me your P.O. box.
P.O. Box 5874, Corpus Christi, Texas,
I'm sorry, PO Box what?
5874.
Okay. Corpus Christi, Texas, 7 what?
78465.
And a good phone number for you, Miss Aguilar.
361-799-2434.
Okay, Miss Aguilar, I need you to come by the Robstown Municipal Court either today, at the latest tomorrow. I don't know where you're situated at right now. Or if you're unable to physically come to the Robstown Municipal Court, you can call in and you can talk to the clerks and they can figure out how to get you the paperwork that you need to sign off on regarding your plea of not guilty. Until that paperwork is signed off on, Ms. Aguilar, your case will remain as if you didn't appear today, right? So you have to sign off on your paperwork because if you don't come in or you don't make arrangements to get it and send that paperwork in, then a warrant for your arrest will go out, okay?
Okay. So what did I sign? Like the inspector came to my house and he had me sign papers for the charges to be set on my mom. I don't
Sure. I don't know what that was, Miss Aguilar. That wasn't from my court.
It's for the investigator on the case.
I'm not sure what he had you sign, but this is court paperwork that I need you to sign.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the same, pertaining to the same thing though. Do I need to go get papers from him?
I don't know what you signed for, and I don't know who that individual is, but with regards to your plea of not guilty, that's separate paperwork that you need to sign off on where you're pleading not guilty.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm looking at the paperwork I have regarding your case, and I don't see anything in here with your signature. So I don't know who or what they had you sign off on.
Okay. It was from Detective Police and they were assault charges.
Now, it may be that if you're filing charges against somebody, that may be that paperwork, okay? If you're doing counter charges on somebody, but with regards to this case, you need to sign off on the court's paperwork, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Aguilar, any other questions?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you. You have a good day, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Crystal, I'm gonna call the rest of these cases.
Judge, we have two juveniles that are out here waiting to speak with you in person.
We have a juvenile docket today?
We put the juveniles to appear because they go back to school on the 15th. So we set up juveniles, a few of them.
Okay, where are those?
They're there, Judge, and they're the last on the docket, the last page on page 3. Jacob Rios and who's the other one? Cano. And Cano. I'm sorry, Alfredo Garcia and Cano. And the jackets are there, Judge. I think she put them aside.
I see Gano. And who's the other one? Alexis Nino?
She will not be here, Judge. She wasn't able to make it, unfortunately.
Okay, so who's the other one?
Alfredo Garcia, do you have his file, his jacket?
Not here, not on this side, over here with where the juveniles were. I just had Gano and Nino. Let me call the rest of these and then we'll deal with them.
Okay.
Court cause number 2302-001973, 2302-000390, 2302-00394, 2302-000626, State of Texas versus Armando Sanchez III, Armando Sanchez III. Court cause number 2302-001975, State of Texas versus Richard Soto. Court cause number, oh, that's the minor. No, that's, no, she's, the court calls number 230200198 State of Texas versus Jasmine Zavala. Jasmine Zavala. On Albert Guerrero, the junior, Crystal, there's a note on here that he's in jail. So that note shouldn't be on there? Yeah, these are the people that.
Supposed to be coming. Thank you.
And that guy was in jail?
Yes, this one's in jail. I just,
Okay, so
I needed to give you this.
yeah, reset it. Reset it, and we'll see if he's out out of jail by the next time.
It's the official post. And then that, final. There's only 2 people here that are doing this.
This is juvenile,
Mhm,
but his is show cause. I already dealt with him, right?
mhm. They just didn't do any hours.
When was his night? When was his time up?
July 4th.
So he needs an extension.
Mhm.
You don't have to show up. I'll just sign up on this. What's today's date? The 2nd.
Mhm.
I ain't giving him 90 days.
So
What day would
August,
that?
September, October, around October 4th, October's would be.
But that's when it was up, right? July 4th.
Mhm. And then if you can.
So I'm gonna
get it-
give him, how many hours does he have to do?
Not very many, Judge.
I'm gonna give him 30 days.
If you could do it at school now.
Yeah. July 14th, what's 30 days from July 14th? Oh, no, I'll give him 60 days. I'll give him till August,
September.
September 14th.
Then we only have 1.
Tell him that he needs to get it done by then. He can go to the school, he can do what's it? Tutoring or whatever, you know? So I have Gano. That's all that's here, right? That's all
Yeah,
that's left.
that's it. And the child application, you put it in the thing? Oh, it's right here. So it's the child app.
On Gano.
Yes.
What's all this?
That's what PD attached to the case. They bring us like the DVD, the CD, whatever they interview.
So when he goes up, do y'all have the forms regarding expungement and all that? Remember,
Yeah.
we need when they go to the windows here in a minute,
Uh-huh,
we have to give them a copy of that.
of the expunge,
Like it's the information regarding expungement.
regardless, we always have to give. it
We have to give it,
juveniles.
yes, we always have to give it to
Okay.
juveniles.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and have them come in. I guess the door's locked. Aye. That's John Cano. How old is he?
He just turned 10 and made the 21st.
Real quick, okay? What happened, I'm just going on the, whether I can do it. And I think, I want to talk to the prosecutor about it, show him the case, and see if he wants to go forward. Okay. He may be of the opinion that the school issue, that they have to deal with in the school. But, which we did. They already dealt with in the school. So we're gonna reset you, okay? We're gonna talk to the prosecutor, we'll give you another day. I know you're going to school, you're gonna have to show up. We'll let you know what's gonna happen, for whatever reason, you have to bring it, we'll do it after. Well, but I don't wanna go forward.
And why was she not here?
You don't have, she's not the one doing it. It's the state of Texas, on criminal cases. The person that does the accusation is conservative. They're not, it's not like a civil case where someone's suing. Here it's the state of Texas that brings the charge. That's what I want to talk to the prosecutor, to see the state of Texas, and see, do you want to go forward with this case with a child who's not? Okay? But I've been doing this for 3 years, and I know that that's what it is.
And they thought that you do it.
So at the time, you now, we'll do that. Okay, just, or the country's full of fraud, just make sure they have all your current information, like your phone number, your address, everything.
I want to be making work on that. I want to be walking.
No, we're not gonna have you miss work. If there's anything that has to be, if anything else has to be done, we'll schedule it after. You don't have to miss work. Thank you very much.
I've never seen you.
Oh, I'm from Robstown. I'm from here. My wife works with the school district.
I'm supposed to, but I work at the.
Okay. My daughter's in the city.
You probably know I've been there for 29 years.
Oh, wow.
I've been there since I was 18.
I mean, I'm not big with doing good, but God has a great, they've got a great school. My daughter, we moved over there, but we lived down 64. I think we spoke up on it. Son, he did 2 years at the house. He did graduate. Yeah, so.
And all my grandkids go to Fallon and Sullivan.
Yeah. Those are 2 great school systems.
Yeah.
Robstown's catching up.
Yeah,
They're catching up.
going there.
Have a good day. Hey Siri, call Epi Isasi. Yeah. Let me take it out.